All right, good morning, everybody. Can you hear the second? There we go. Good
Mr.
morning.
Voice, Mr. Sound is repeating.
Not anymore. Should it be
Yeah, it
repeating?
was happening.
If it's
No.
repeating now, it's because you have your speaker too close to whatever device you're using, okay? You shouldn't be echoing now. All right. Just 1 minute. I have people still spinning in the waiting room and we will get started, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you now. Just give me 1 second. All right, everybody needs their grammar practice. Sorry. Everybody needs to have the grammar sheets that you were supposed to print today. Sorry, once again, reading sheets that you were supposed to print today for classwork. They were in the folder called Thursday's classwork. You should have those with you, and you need your turn practice workbook. Okay? Those are the two things that we'll need for the first session. Your turn practice workbook and the 4 sheets that you were supposed to print for Thursday's classwork. Okay? So if you don't have them, please get them now. Okay? All right, so we're going to start by opening your turn practice workbook to page 16. Page 16. Your turn practice workbook to page 16. Okay, I hope everybody has your book and we are ready to get started. All right, at the top of the page, there is a short story. Just 1 second, please hold on for just 1 second. I'll be right back. Someone is at the door asking a question, and I'll be right back. 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Sorry, your names have disappeared from my screen. I'm just trying to pull you back up. A little bit of technical problems this morning. All right, there you are. There are your names again. Hang on 1 minute and I'll be right back. Okay, again, we still have people coming in through the waiting room. Just 1 minute. I'm sorry that you are waiting. I hope that while you are waiting, you are all reading the story at the top of page 16. You can read it to yourself while you are waiting. Very good for you to read stuff to yourself before we discuss, okay? So we'll take a couple of minutes to read the story at the top. Okay, everybody should have finished reading. So let's start, please. Let's see who's awake this morning and ready to read. Good morning, Yassine. Good morning, Yassine. Are you there? Hello.
Hello, Miss.
Good morning, Yassine. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Very good. Okay, Yassine, would you like to start by reading for us this morning?
Okay.
Okay, you go ahead and read the first paragraph. Start at the top. Remember to read the title, okay?
Okay.
Are you reading, honey? I can't hear you. I want you to read so we can hear you, okay?
I said, I felt like I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I wanted desperately to tell the trash, but that old man, old man, cutting, cutting Corey, Corey into trouble. I worried, worried about what to do. I I am giving you. I am sorry. I said the thing not to tell what happened. You hear me, Miss Amanda?
Yes, honey, I hear you. Okay, so let's talk about what you just read. Thank you, Yassine. You very good job.
Okay.
Okay, pause mix-up. You're going to be at the show next week, right, Paul? Rosa asked as the students picked up their instruments. Of course I am, Paul said. We've been practicing months. Louise looked at Paul with curiosity. You said you might not be able to make it. What about the trip you were taking with your family? Paul froze. All week long he had been thinking about their show. He had forgotten about his family trip. All right? So let's see who is awake and listening this morning. Lots of hands already. Eager beavers love to answer, right? All right, let's see. How about you, Farida?
Good morning.
Good morning, Farida.
How can you tell the story as realistic
Good morning,
fiction?
Farida.
Morning.
Good morning, honey. I know that it tells you this answer on the screen, but I want to ask you, what are the characters and events that we have in our story that could happen in real life? Tell us, who are our characters?
Maybe in Paul's mixed up
Hello?
story.
Did I lose you?
Hello?
And open your camera when you answer.
Okay.
Yes, honey, I'm listening.
I was saying in Paul's mix-up story,
Who are the characters in our story?
Paul, Rosa,
Rita,
and
can you hear me? Rosa, yes,
yes,
and?
Louise.
Rosa and, who's it? I'm sorry? Rosa
Louise.
and?
Louise.
Lewis. Okay, Lewis, yes, Lewis. Rosa and Lewis, and who is the third character in our story?
Paul.
Paul, that's exactly right. So these are three friends having a conversation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what events in this story happen that show us it is like real life? Which events happen in this story that show us it's like real life? What are they doing, Farida?
They are talking about the show.
Exactly right. They are talking. So they're having a conversation. We have conversations every day, right? Yes. So this is an event that happens in real life. What about Paul? Why does Paul freeze at the end of the story?
Because he's having a trip with his family.
He forgot, right? He forgot about his trip with his family. So taking a trip with a family is something that we do, right?
Yes.
This is an event that happens, yes. And also forgetting things is an event that happens to us, right?
Yes.
Very good, Farida. Very good. You are right. Okay. So we can tell that this story is realistic fiction. Why, Farida? Read it for us.
It has characters and events that could exist in real life.
That's right. It has characters and events that could exist in real life. Excellent job. Thank you, Farida.
Welcome.
All right. Let's see. Let's read number 2. How about you, Malik? Can you read number 2 for me, please?
Yes. Number 2.
Can you open your camera so we can see you as well?
I can't today.
Go ahead and read number 2, honey.
What literary elements does the text include?
What
Dialogue,
literary elements does the text include?
dialogue,
Okay. What do we have in our text? What literary elements? Farida told us about some of them. What did she tell us about?
told us,
What are some of the literary elements that we have?
dialogues,
I'm sorry?
dialogues,
I couldn't hear you, Malik.
dialogues,
I don't
characters.
know if you guys have a bad connection or if I have a bad connection. Your
I
voice
said,
is breaking up, dear. I can't tell what you are saying. Okay, let's have another person. Hands up. Give me some of the literary elements that we have here.
dialogue. Hello?
Okay, there is dialogue. Exactly right. That's the best one. Good answer. We have dialogue. And tell us what dialogue is, Hannah.
A dialogue is when people talk to each other in a story.
That's exactly right. When people talk to each other in the story, it's the words that they say to each other, like when we talk to each other in real life. What's another literary element that we have, Hamza? Think about what it takes to make up a story, especially a realistic fiction story. Look at my marker. Can you see? Look. Who has a mix-up?
Paul.
Who
Paul
has
has
a mix-up in our story?
Paul. Paul has a mix-up.
Me,
Paul,
I have.
that's right. Paul has a mix in our story.
Yes.
So what do we have? Paul is what? What is Paul?
Paul.
Paul is a
character.
Paul is a person in our story. What do we call a person in our story? All right, character. Very
Character.
good. That's right. Very good. Character. So we have dialogue in our story, conversation between the characters, and we have characters. Okay. So these are literary elements because we have to have characters in the story when we tell it, right? All right. Very good, Hamza. Thank you. All right, Reem, what about you? Can you give me another literary element? Something that happens in our story? What is actually, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Setting and plot.
Setting and plot. I'm beginning to wonder if you guys can see my answer at the bottom. I tried to cover them, but it wouldn't let me cover the answers. Okay, so what literary elements does the text include? We have all four now. Thank you, Reem, very much. We have all four of the literary elements. See, it doesn't let me hide from you, letting you see my answers. Okay, so we have dialogue, the conversation between our characters. We have characters, the people in our story. We have a setting where our story takes place, and we have a plot, which means that we have events that happen in a specific order. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Reem. Good job. Okay, let's see. How does the dialogue make the story realistic? How does the dialogue make the story like something that happened in everyday life? Let's see. Leanne, how about you?
Yes.
Good morning, dear. Can you tell me how dialogue makes the story realistic?
Okay. Um,
What are you and I doing now?
we are talking to each other like we're making a
That's
dialogue.
right. Dialogue shows that people talk back and forth to each other, right? Dialogue in the story makes it realistic because they talk to each other the same way that we talk to each other. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Leanne.
You're welcome.
All right. So I want to try to cover this without you reading more. There we go. It lets you know what the character's saying. It shows that they talk the way people talk in real life. So the story seems realistic because they are doing something that we do also every day, okay? They're doing the same thing that we do every day, so it makes it realistic, like a story that could have actually happened, okay? All right, I think there's one more. There we go. Number 4. What details about Paul make him a believable character? What details about Paul make him a believable character? Why do we believe that Paul is believable? Why do we think that Paul could be a person in real life that we know? Let's see. Who is sitting back quiet? Morning, Mass. Good morning, Mass. Are you there?
Yes.
Hello, dear. Can you tell me? Oh, I lost your name. You jumped right to the top. Here we go. Can you tell me what about Paul makes him believable? What do we know about Paul from our story that would make us believe that he could be somebody we would know? I'm sorry, did you say something? I didn't hear you if you did.
Okay.
Good morning, Moaz.
Good morning.
What makes Paul believable? What happens in our story that makes us believe that Paul could be a person that we know, a realistic person? Paul does something that a lot of us do in the story, which makes him believable because he's like us. What does Paul do in the story that's believable? Shall we get some help from a friend? Let's ask a friend for some help. How about Abdurrahman?
Yes.
Good morning, Abdurrahman.
Good morning.
Can you tell me what makes Paul a believable character? How is Paul like us? What does Paul do in our story that makes him like us? Something that he does that we do.
He forgot about his family stuff.
He forgot his trip. That's right. We forget things too, right? We also forget. So one of the details that makes Paul a believable character is that he forgot something just like we do, okay? All right. And you said he forgot about his family trip, okay? All right, so this is something that could happen to any of us. Paul forgets about a trip, which is believable. It could happen to any one of us that we forget. Paul faces a problem that one might face in life. Now he has a problem because he has forgotten his trip. Okay, thank you very much, Abdurrahman. All right. Now, you can screenshot this if you want to write in your notebook, in practice book later, or you can come back to the video once it is posted and write the answers if you did not have time to write as we went along, okay? All right, let's go on to the sheets that you were supposed to print for us to use in class, okay? I'm gonna read the questions only because I don't want us to run out of time, I want us to finish, okay? So let's see if I can make this a little. Go, perfect. Perfect. Who is saying miss?
Leanne.
I didn't see one hand go up. Who's saying miss to me? Jemana, is that you?
No, I am Leanne.
What do you want, honey?
Miss, can you tell me what did you take yesterday?
Leanne, what's your question, dear? Yeah. What's your question?
Can you tell me what did you take yesterday?
Honey, you need to check Smart Schools. There are videos posted for what we taught yesterday, okay? You have to check Smart School if you missed something. I post videos every day, so you'll find the videos there, okay?
Okay.
You can go back and watch it when you have time today.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
I'm in the middle of the class now. All right, number one. Let's read number one. People, if you mute your mic, do not unmute it. You know what? Here you go. I'll mute them all so we stop unmuting our mics. There we go. Okay, let's read number one. I'm going to call on you. When I call your name, please open your camera to answer. I'm going to read the questions to try to make sure we finish in time. If we happen to close, during the middle of reading the question, then we will finish it in the second session, okay? All right. What does the word hesitated mean? What does the word hesitated mean? Yet. Yet, what does the word hesitated mean? Continued, paused, skipped, or stopped? Yet, I'm asking you to unmute your mic. Okay, guys, please be ready to answer when I call on you. Leela, good morning. Can you tell us what the word hesitated means?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Morning, sweetheart. Can you tell me what the word hesitated means? Continued, paused, skipped, or stopped?
What? Hesitated means?
Hesitated,
What?
continued, paused, skipped, or stopped? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Waited or stopped a moment.
Hey, guys, please be ready to answer when I call on you. Leela, are you there, honey?
Yes.
Okay, let's ask someone else. Jenna, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jenna.
Good morning.
Can you answer number one for us, honey? Can you tell me what does it mean? Hesitated, what does the word hesitated mean? From the four choices?
Pause.
Continued, paused, skipped, or stopped?
Paused.
Paused is correct. Thank you, honey. Excellent. Very good. Paused is correct. Okay. All right. So letter B. You can circle the answer, or you can color in the letter in front of the correct answer. Okay. All right. Next one. Which word has almost the same meaning as the word desperately? Which word has almost the same meaning as the word desperately? Yet, hopelessly,
Yes.
immediately, recklessly, or separately?
Hopelessly.
I didn't hear you, honey.
Hopelessly.
Hopelessly, that's correct. Letter F. Circle letter F or color in the circle with letter F inside. Excellent job, Ia. Thank you. All right. Next one. What does the word inspiration mean? What does the word inspiration mean? An opinion, a bright idea, a personal view, or a piece of advice? ISO? I'm asking you to unmute, ISO. Hello, ISO. Good morning. Good morning, ISO. What does the word inspiration mean? An opinion, a bright idea, a personal view, or a piece of advice? Okay, you closed your mic in. Redmini, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, honey. What does the word inspiration mean?
Inspiration, it means to have a bright idea.
A bright idea, letter B. Excellent job. Thank you very much, Redmini. That's correct. Letter B, a bright idea. Number 4, what does the word advise mean? What does the word advise mean? Wahba.
It means to
Hello,
inform
Wahba.
somebody. It means to inform somebody.
Correct. Letter H, to inform somebody when you give them information. That's right. To inform, when you give someone your opinion or your advice about what you think they should do, when you inform them and give them information. Letter G, I'm sorry. Letter H, to inform somebody. Excellent, Wahba. Thank you. Wahba, we didn't see your face. Are you hiding from us this morning? Are you sleepy? All right, let's go on to page 2. Hello, Ead. Why is your camera open? All right, page 2. Which word has almost the same meaning as the word uncomfortably? Uncomfortably. Uneasily, unexpectedly, unfortunately, or unnaturally. Pilar, I'm asking you to unmute your mic. Which word means the same, almost the same as uncomfortably? Uneasily, unexpectedly, unfortunately, or unnaturally? Which one, honey?
Uneasy.
Do you know, Pilar?
Miss uneasy.
I can't hear you.
Uneasily.
I just didn't hear you, honey. Uneasily. Letter A is correct. Uneasily.
Uneasy.
That's correct, dear. Uncomfortably means almost the same as uneasily, okay? When something is not easy, it's not comfortable for you to do it, so uneasily. Very good job, Pilar. Thank you. Letter A. Number 6, which word has almost the same meaning as humiliated? Which word has almost the same meaning as humiliated? Castle. Annoyed, ashamed, frightened, or worried?
It will be
Almost the same meaning as the word humiliated. Annoyed, ashamed, frightened, or worried?
C. Yes. C.
you're muted. Okay. Number 6 is G.